Welcome back to more Gizmos and Gadgets with me, your host Serpentstare. As opposed to your guest Serpentstare, I suppose. I believe I want to attach this no-tail rotor, or did I do that already? It looks like I did that already. I still need the tail boom with a slight angle, with a slight slope, or gradual slopes, and the jet turboshaft engines. I think that's all I'm missing. I have the transmission, I have the rotor blades, engine bay, cabin, landing gear. Yep. Well, let's keep going. I don't think there's anything in this quarter back here. Might be something in the far side. Oh. Never mind, there was. I am very glad I did that. Okay. The tail isn't ideal. But I want to see if I can win with one sub-ideal part. So, let's take this helicopter for a spin. It looks like I'll be able to. Excellent. Didn't have to spend all my time looking for 5-inch wide tires. Again. Or in this case, a tail boom with slight slopes. Back to the cabin. Or back to the tail. Alright, here we are. We've won the race. There is one more race that we still have to do. Just one. Over here in the aircraft section. Everything else is finished. Let's take a look at our final blueprint. Welcome to the personal jet. A fitting end for our game. It sounds luxurious. We have a tail cone, a tail, a cockpit and cabin, the airfoil again, the wing, controls, engine, fuel tank, and the nose. Let's start at the front. The nose section is the front of your jet. The thinner the nose section is, the less drag there will be. Yada yada yada. We've already heard this. A pointed nose section creates less drag than a rounded one. The fastest jet will have a thin and pointed nose section. Got it. The cockpit contains the instruments you need to fly your jet. It's also where the pilot sits. All of the cockpits and cabins available to you are the same, so you don't have to worry about that, you just need to have one. Your jet needs 2 engines. Some engines are better than others at pushing your jet to fast speeds. Turbofan engines are the fastest engines. The best engines for your jet are turbofan engines with electronic computer controls. Turbojet engines are faster than turboprop engines. Okay, so turbofan with electronic computer controls. The fuel tank. Where you place the fuel tanks will affect how fast your jet can go because of the drag they create. Placing the fuel tank inside the wing does not create any drag, so that's what we want to do. Fuel tanks inside the wing. Inside the wing, yes, inside the wing. We need to reduce drag by controlling the different parts that are on the wing. Controls that use cables don't reduce drag as much as controls that use tubes. Controls with a motor will help reduce drag very well, but the best controls will have a computer and a motor. So we want a computer and a motor in our controls. We want turbofan engines with a computer control. Wing. Let's take a look at the wing. A wing that is straight produces a lot of drag. To reduce the drag and help your jet go faster, the wing should be angled back or swept. The fastest jet will have a wing with the largest angle or highest sweep. The highest sweep available to us is 35 degrees. So we want a 35-degree wing. Airfoil. We want the airfoil. The fastest jet will have a thin airfoil with a sharp front edge. We don't want the laminar flow this time, we just want a cutting edge. Thin airfoil with a sharp front edge. Let's remember that, folks. Now the tail helps control the jet. It is most important to have an angled or swept tail. This reduces the drag and helps our plane go faster. Mounting the tail high also reduces drag. The fastest jet will have a swept tail mounted high. And the tail cone. The more shallow the angles, we want a shallow tail cone to reduce as much drag as possible. Now, when we come back to the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, of Gizmos and Gadgets, we will begin collecting some of these parts. See you then!